cannot keep doing that. Ugh. Sorry guys, breaking the magic for this video. So I just got back from MAGfest, and by God, that con was really cool and nice. It was actually like probably the best con I've had since FWA 2015. It was one of the best experiences I have ever had. It was so much fun. So much fun! And as you can see, I am wearing my very brand new fursuit / cosplay, which is of Decidueye, my now second favorite Pokemon. I built this costume in a week. But I will talk about I will talk about it more in another video. So you guys will be able to see a lot more of this guy pretty soon. So before we talk about the actual MAGfest experience, I need to mention a little thing that happened on the way to the convention. So I traveled with my friends Crystal and Liz, and bless their hearts, they're amazing. And on our way there, we only had to make 2 stops because it was only like a 3.5 hour drive. But we stopped, our second stop, we just had to go to the bathroom, so we stopped at like this little gas station, like, you know, this sketchy little gas station. And only Liz and I had to go, so we both went, and they only had, you know, the single person restroom. So she went in the women's room and I went in the men's room, and I swear to God, first of all, I noticed that, like, the floor was really dirty, which, you know, is normal for a crappy gas station bathroom, but there was, like, some red mixed in with all the brown, and I was like, that's a little odd. And then the toilet paper dispenser was actually lower than the toilet, and I was like, I've never seen that before, that was really weird. But when I went to the sink to wash my hands, I noticed there was actually blood everywhere. It was on the sink, on the wall, on the floor, and I was like, I just need to get out of this bathroom as quickly as possible. And Liz was outside waiting for me, and as we're leaving the building, she was like, the bathroom was actually really clean. And I didn't say anything until we got to the car. And then I just, like, told them everything that I had just experienced, and it was really funny. It was absolutely disgusting, and hopefully I don't have any really weird diseases or anything, but it was pretty hilarious. Thursday of the convention was pretty relaxing, just, you know, got settled in, walked around the convention space, met my roommates for the weekend. My friend Nikki and I had hopped into a room with our friend Ants and a bunch of his friends who we had never met before, but they were all really cool and we had a really fun time with them. And we were actually in a condo, so we had like a full kitchen, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, like a tiny little balcony, and then, like, you know, like a living room seating area. So it was pretty nice. The only problem was that it was like a 5-minute walk from the convention, which wasn't so bad until, you know, it got really cold and even this didn't protect me. Friday is when the real fun began. First thing I did Friday was get suited up in Decidueye, and my God, was it an adventure. Now, usually when I suit up, or, you know, get in any costume, I get a lot of pictures. I'm used to that, and I'm used to, you know, people stopping me every couple seconds and getting some pictures and whatnot. But this time, while I was in Decidueye, a lot of people actually asked me for video. And I'm used to people, you know, just taking a little video on their phone, but no, these were people with, like, big camera rigs, posing me and telling me what to do. So, if you guys end up looking through any MAGfest videos and happen to see me in there, I'm, like, literally the only person with the Decidueye fursuit, please send it my way. I would love to see the videos. So after spending most of the day as Decidueye and, you know, running around being a great big bird, I decided it was time to switch into Charmeleon, which he's like my nighttime suit or like my party suit. So when it started to get dark, I went ahead and changed into him. Now while I was Charmeleon, I did get separated from my group somehow. I can't quite remember how that happened. But I was walking to find, like, a place where I could sit down and text Nikki to figure out where he was so that I could meet up with him. But on my way to the fountain, I had heard somebody say, hey Charmeleon, can I get a photo? And I was like, oh yeah, sure, another person wants to get a picture of Charmeleon, that's awesome. And so I turned, and of all people to be standing there with their phone up ready to take a photo was friggin' Beagle. Now, Beagle doesn't live near us, Beagle doesn't live near National Harbor, and Beagle really showed no real interest in MAGfest, so he was like one of the last people I had expected to see there, but I just completely lost it. I was like, oh my god. Apparently Beagle had been talking to Ants, and Ants and all of his friends who were in the room knew that Beagle was going to be in the room, but they kept it a secret from me and Nikki, so it was just such a big surprise. And Beagle actually filmed my reaction to him showing up, and you can watch it here. I will post a link thing somewhere. There's probably going to be a little white bar that appears across the top of the video, since like annotations aren't a thing anymore, so click that. Click that white thing that's up above my head somewhere. And go watch that video. It's really funny and just totally captures the whole essence of the moment where I was so shocked. It was hilarious. So after that, I took Beagle back to our hotel room where Nikki was, and Nikki had basically the same reaction, but that wasn't filmed because we didn't know he was actually in the hotel room. And then this is when things started to get crazy. But we decided to go back to the con, and it's kind of fuzzy what went down at around this time. While we were there, we got separated from Ants. And, you know, we don't all, like, stick together the entire time, so I didn't really think much of it that Ants had disappeared, and I knew that he had been drinking for a bit. Nikki got separated from us as well. I think he, like, ran off to go hang out with some other friends. And then, eventually, Beagle and I went back to the room. And then we decided that we wanted to get some food, and Droid had to go to Walmart anyways, so we decided, hey, let's take a trip to Walmart. And this ended up being like at 2 o'clock in the morning. We went on a trip to Walmart in our suits and attempted to go suiting at Walmart, which, if you saw my last video, you know exactly how that went. But after Walmart, we went back to the room where we found Ants back in the room. And like, it was just like, you know, okay, so Ants came back from the con, everything's, you know, normal, until he told us this story. So apparently, Ants was very drunk, and also very hungry. So he went to the sports bar that was in the hotel, and decided to order, as he said, chicken Trendies. Chicken Trendies. And then he apparently ate one and then had to go to the bathroom. So he went to the bathroom, ended up waking up 4 hours later, 2 hours after the sports bar had closed, and then had to find his way out of the sports bar because it was locked. Have you ever been so drunk that you pass out in a sports bar bathroom for 4 hours and have to find your way out because it had been closed for 2 hours before you had woken up? Because it's a nice hotel, you'd think they would check the bathrooms before they close the bar. Or as Ant says it, the bathroom restaurant, not the restaurant bathroom. But as much fun as Friday was, it has nothing on Saturday night. Saturday night was an experience. Like Friday, suited up in Decidueye, ran around as a big bird, got some pictures, got some video, met some people, you know, the same old, same old. Also on Saturday was the Pokemon photo shoot, so I went to that, and there's probably a bunch of pictures around somewhere. I haven't really seen them, but I'm sure there are pictures somewhere from the Pokemon photo shoot. It was so funny, because this was my 26th convention, and I've been going to conventions for 11 years, but I have seen nothing like the army of Team Skull cosplayers. I mean, literally everywhere you turned there was another Team Skull cosplayer. And the Pokemon photo shoot was especially hilarious because over half of the people there were Team Skull cosplayers. And it was gold. It was amazing. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So I went and I changed back into Charmeleon and we went back to the con and we decided to, after wandering around a little bit, we decided to play some Cards Against Humanity. And right when we sat down to play Cards Against Humanity, it hit 12 o'clock, which meant it was Beagle's birthday! So we ended up getting the entire room to sing happy birthday to Beagle, and some guy even came over to offer Beagle a drink, even though Beagle doesn't drink, but it was still a really nice gesture. So after playing Cards Against Humanity, we wandered a bit more, and we decided to check out the soapbox room, which was probably the best decision any of us have ever made. So we entered the soapbox room, which is like, you know, a room where like somebody can stand up on stage and basically rant about something or whatever, just do whatever. And when we got in, somebody was ranting about Nintendo, so I went up on stage and ranted about how there was no love for Charmeleon. And then two guys went up on stage, and they were like, we're gonna sing a song that we made, and we would like it if you guys sang along. It's really easy, it's really simple, I'm sure you'll catch on. I bet you guys know what's coming. So they start to sing Little boy food, good for you. Little boy food, big boy food. And I shit you not, we sang that song for like half an hour straight. Now, there was a few breaks where one person went up and started singing Never Gonna Give You Up, but that of course transformed back into Little Boy Food. And then somebody went up and was like, okay, this group, I want you guys to pound on the table, and this group, I want you to do this thing. And then that of course transformed into Little Boy Food. And it seriously went on for like half an hour. And it was the, like, most... I don't even have words for it. It was just... It was enlightening. It was the funniest thing. And for those of you who haven't seen the video, I did upload a video that I drunkenly shot of the experience, which I will have a link to it somewhere, probably above my head, maybe, I don't know, something like that. It was so funny. It was just amazing just how long it went on for. And at one point, you know, I got up on the table and started dancing and then rolled myself up in the tablecloth that was on the table, and then I was rolling around on the floor still under the tablecloth, and it was... You had to have been there. It was so funny. It was like... It was the best experience of my life. After that, we went to like this area in the hallway where people always dance, and we danced there for a little bit, and then after that, we just went back to the room and went to bed. And then the next day, you know, was just saying goodbye to everybody, getting some food and all that stuff. Well, I could just talk about MAGfest for forever, really, because there are so many people I want to talk about, there are so many amazing cosplays I want to talk about, there are so many experiences I want to talk about, and there are so many people that I just want to give a shout out to, but that would just make this video drag on forever and forever and forever, and I don't really want to put you guys through that, but I'm just gonna end the video here. I just want to say thank you for watching. Welcome 2017. I hope this year ends up being good for everybody, much better than 2016. And I encourage you all to please, please, please check out MAGfest. It is really my second favorite con after FWA, and I would really love to see some of you guys there in the future. It is a really, really, really fun and very different convention, and I have a really great time every time I'm there. This was my third MAGfest, and definitely the best one so far. I will see you guys in the next video! I definitely need to think of a better outro. This is 2017. Why don't I have an outro yet? Little boy food, good for you. Little boy food, big boy food. Little boy food, big boy little boy food, good for you. Little boy food, big boy food. Little boy food, good for you. Little boy food, big boy food. Little boy food, good for you. Little boy food, big boy food.